Here's my review of Invincible Season 2, Episode 1. I mean, first things first, it is great to be back. Granted, I didn't watch the show originally. I watched it, I believe, it was earlier this year. I think I binged the whole show. But, I mean, even then, it felt like a long time waiting for Season 2 after that. And now that we finally got it, the first episode just dropped last night. I got around to it, and was it worth the hype? Absolutely. I would say that this is definitely worth the hype. I thought it was great. You still get the amazing characters. You still get the awesome violent action. And just like the shocking moments throughout. And it's interesting because in this episode, I mean, massive spoilers for this whole thing. We actually start off with Invincible being with Omni-Man. And they're basically taking over the world. And like, I mean, I was completely shocked. Like, and what we do is we find out that this is a alternate universe. Like, so Omni-Man and Invincible have basically enslaved the human race. They've killed like millions or billions of people. And it's just very horrifying because it makes you think on what, I mean, that is what Omni-Man wanted to do. And it's just scary to think this is what could happen if Mark went down the same path as Omni-Man. And we just see him kill the Guardians of the Globe. I mean, of course, the Guardians of the Globe were already killed in the previous season. But it's just interesting seeing this alternate universe. And what's very interesting is, like, also in this first episode, like, for this alternate universe, like, because you don't really know exactly what's going on, like, a character like Adam Eve, who also recently got a special earlier this year, I also reviewed that. That should actually be on my YouTube channel, not my TikTok. Or it might still be there, I don't know. But we see her, like, in this alternate universe, like, they're almost, like, kind of, like, in a post-apocalyptic world. And then just you see, like, just Mark just snap her neck. And it's just crazy. Because, like, at a certain point, like, I didn't really know going into this, like, it was a multiverse. Like, I didn't really know exactly what to expect. So it kind of just threw me off. Like, knowing, like, this is what could possibly happen is just very terrifying. And, like, we learn a lot about this guy named Angstrom Levy. Like, who he's discovering the multiverse. And we get to see, like, him working with different versions of himself. And I thought that even though we've seen the multiverse done a lot these past few years, like with Spider-Man, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Doctor Strange, Spider-Verse came out earlier this year, I still think that this did it in an interesting and unique way to still not feel like it was like, ugh, multiverse again. And I trust this writing team and these directors with, like, the multiverse right now that I do, like, people like Marvel and DC right now. And so it's very refreshing. And, like, this character of Angstrom, like, he's very interesting because he's trying to use all of, like, his other versions of himself from different multiple realities to become smarter. And I'm just very curious to see where this goes because, like, his design towards the end of this episode is kind of very sickening as he's, like, almost fused with all of his other versions. And you also get some great moments, like, towards the end of the episode with Mark and his girlfriend Amber, like, as they both get accepted, I believe, into the same college. And, like, it's the characters, like, same thing like with Gen V, same thing with the boys. As for Invincible, it's the characters that are so important. And that's what Amazon has been doing great with all their superhero content. I think it has been fantastic. And it's cool getting to catch up with characters like Monster Girl and Robot. Like, because, I mean, like I said, it's been so long since season 1. Like, it's just so refreshing just to see more of them. And, I mean, I thought that was just really fun to see. So, yeah, overall, I mean, this was a very solid, very, very good first episode. I'm very excited to see where this goes. I mean, it's like I said, you get the amazing characters. You get the crazy, crazy violence. And, like I said, but it's still the characters. Like, characters like Mark and Amber. Like, that's who you really care about. And you also get some great moments with Debbie. I mean, that was really great to see. I mean, Sandra Oh, fantastic actress. So yeah, you get the extreme violence. You get, like, the almost horrifying imagery. But I will say, like, and also, like, I thought the opening sequence was my favorite, where, like, I just loved seeing just a peek into this world of, like, what really could happen if Omni-Man and Mark truly took over the Earth, because you know how powerful they are. It's just insane to see. And I was, like I said, I was very thrown off because I didn't really know exactly what it was. But overall, I think that this show, it picked up fantastically. I thought it was a great first episode. And it'll probably definitely be, by the time it's over, it'll most likely be in, like, my top 5 shows of the year. And I don't really have any major complaints with this episode. I'm hoping that this season is as good as season one. And so far, it's off to an amazing start. So overall, great first episode.